Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Keystone Bullet Crossfire 2730BH bunkhouse travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration when parking. On your campsite, of course, your awning. And coming over here to your off campsite, slides in right now. Once that's out, get a good eye about how much room you're going to need. Leave plenty of room for that to come in and out. Preferably nothing hanging over top of it. Then leave yourself a nice walking space behind it, because I also want you to think about where your power and water connection is going to be. So behind that slide, just behind your tires on the driver's side of your tow vehicle, is where your power is going to be connected, and your water is going to be toward the front on the same side, your driver's side of your tow vehicle or off campsite. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing you do is level your unit after unhooking your hitch. The unit comes with a power tongue jack, night docking light. Turn on and off here. Just extend or retract until you get the unit level. I do recommend, with the slide closed, measure, get your stick on level right in the middle of your unit there. Have someone watch that while you get it level. Once you got it level, next thing you do is stabilize it. Now your unit's equipped with power stabilizing jacks. On your off campsite, and so inside the storage here is where you run those down. There they are, and here is a manual override should you lose power and can't get them down or up. Simply hit extend. As these come down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. Use your 10% off coupon, get a 4-pack of those, put them down, run these down just until they're taut. Once you have any type of resistance, this feels like it's going to lift the unit, go ahead and stop. See the other one running on the other side? So run them down onto your pads. You'll have them in the rear as well here. Let me run these back up. I'll send them down in the back one time. Just walk back there and show you them working here. And there's where those are located. So have someone up in front. Sometimes you may have to adjust this foot a little bit as it's coming down. It's just on a little bolt. But get them down on your jack pads. You got your unit level and stable. Next thing you do is hook up your power and water. Big long 30 amp cord here, where these new Furion cords go on. As they go into the left, twist to the right, you'll see the word lock right here. Put on your little washer here. At the end of that 30 amp cord, should you need to plug in at home, is a 30 to 110 adapter. Got your power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. Real easy on the bullet here. You get your city and freshwater connections right up here. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting water into the city water connection. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn the hose on yet. Let's go back down here to the end of your unit to your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point, make sure our drain plug's back in. Get that on there nice and snug. Maybe even throw some plumber's tape around there. Once that's in there nice and tight, then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, if that hose has been on for a while, we have our unit level and stable, we can go ahead and go inside and deploy our slides if we need to get to our water taps. Open up our water taps. Once water's flowing out of them, no more air in the lines, you can shut them off, and then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors, because you'll know it's full if you no more air in the lines. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to hook up at a campsite for city water connection. We're going to go boondocking or dry docking. In that case, we're just going to fill up our fresh water or potable water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when that's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here, or two on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Once that's full, remove your hose, close that up, and then you'll want to turn on your water pump. Use water pump for fresh or potable water. Don't turn on your water pump when you're using city water that's already pressurized. All right, we're all hooked up with power and water. I'm gonna walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. On the off camp side here, of course, your big pass-through storage. Here will be your stabilizing jack buttons, fresh and city water. Come all the way back here behind your slide will be your power. Got a hot and cold outdoor shower here. Down here's your black and gray tanks. We'll be dumping when you leave the campsite. Hot water heater. Your spare tire. Recommend getting a cover for those. Keeps them from dry rotting on you. Being out in the rain. Your awning, we'll run that out here shortly. Over here in your campsite, your big outdoor speakers. This is a vent and access to the back of your fridge. A couple of 110s out here. This is a flue for your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It will get hot. Make sure nothing's ever blocking that. Turning down the side, your steps. There's your low point drain for campsites. The other side of your pass-through storage here, you have lighting out here. In front of the unit, they're working on your hitch work right now. Your propane does come in a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. Check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose. And lastly out here, a couple things. Your battery disconnect. That'll disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide detector. And your prep for solar, you can plug in a solar panel right there and that'll trickle charge your batteries. About covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I'd like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone who's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. Control panel immediately to your right. I'm going to turn on the ceiling lights. That'll brighten it up a little bit in here. Tops here where I said you can check your levels, your battery, your fresh or potable water, black and gray tanks. This is where you turn on your water heater if you're hooked up to gas. Your water heater if hooked up to electric, it does make a difference. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Porch or your awning lights. Your ceiling lights. This is for an extra glide room if you had it. Your slide and your awning. Run your awning out real quick to show you how far to run those out. You will want to make sure that your exterior door is closed in a little bit. If you have it all the way open, your awning will catch on it. Coming out or in. So you see the top is gray and the bottom is white. You only got to run that out until you'll see a white flap fall down right there to 90 degrees. You can see your brown bar. As far as you want to run them out, that will extend past that and run itself up backwards, so keep an eye on it when you run them out. That ran back in here for you. Alright, that's nice and tight. We'll continue our tour. Also right here on the wall is your thermostat. Take you to cool. Turn temperature down in there. Your AC running. Shut the AC off. You hear that shut off quickly. And unfortunately, with all units, you turn the heat on, which I might have, well, it came on because I thought it was 85 in here already. Shut that off. That heat takes a few minutes to shut off. So I'm actually going to turn the AC back on. Just the heat fan itself shuts off. Here's your glide room out. Out your slide goes. Yeah, it's pretty deep slides, so give yourself plenty of room outside. Slides out, we can start our tour. Coming into the unit real quick, self-explanatory microwave, fan and light above this cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light, blue to red, hit your spark, there's your flame. So same thing on your oven, just turn it to your flame here, light it here, turn it to the desired temperature. There's no need for a pilot light anymore. Button down gives you a light for the oven. Coming into your Dometic fridge up top here, you turn it on here, push that in, you're on auto. Auto means fridge is running off electricity when you're plugged in. As soon as you unplug it, goes to gas. If that light comes on, your gas is low, or you can strictly go to gas. You can do that on auto most of the time. Down here underneath your cabinetry is access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Handful of 15s in there, a couple of 40s. Grab some of those for the road. Into your bathroom here. Here's your lighting, 110 with GFCI reset. Hand crank open, exhaust vent for the bathroom. Bunk areas have cubby up there with USB ports, one touch lighting there. Storage underneath the bottom bunk, his own cubby with USB as well. Sofa, turn that into a bed really quick here. Zipper, remove your Velcro cushions. Lift up in the front. Fold up, legs out to the side. Lay this down. Lay your back down. You just that quickly. You're into a bed. Reverse the process, put everything back. Make sure you start by lifting the back up. Lift up, fold your legs in, jackknife it down, just that quick to go back to a sofa. On your table, if you wiggle this top up, those legs will come out. Set the table down on these. There's actually a metal hook there on the back. Hook that into that. Put your back cushions on top, gives you another sleeping area. Main thing I want to talk about in the bedroom, other than it's prepped for a TV back here, is your doors. Make sure that when you travel, you remember to snap these doors back. Biggest thing, because you don't want these doors slamming open and closed while you're going down the road. You can drop laundry down here, or an access to maybe a cooler down there in your storage area. USB ports and 110s back in those areas. Chairs are actually designed for CPAP users. One last thing to show you on the inside, and is your carbon monoxide propane detector. This is running off 12 volts. It's always running off your battery. So if you are going to be boondocking, you have nothing plugged in to charge your battery, use that battery disconnect if you're going to be gone for the day to keep this from running your battery down. That covers everything on the inside. Now let's act like we're leaving the campsite. I like to come over and shut off my interior lights. Then I can walk around the unit and see any lighting that I need to walk through and shut off. Doors and drawers. Make sure that all doors and drawers are secure. I'm gonna leave a couple of these lights on. Girls are gonna come in here and clean this. But yeah, make sure all your lights are off. Just walk through and shut them all off. All doors and drawers are closed. Everything's secure. Nothing's gonna impede your slide from coming in. And hit glide room in. This will travel with that down as a table, or down as a bed as well. Not that one. Make sure that one's up into the sofa position. There's your smoke alarm. Nice skylight there. Slides in. Exit the unit. Let's fold up the steps here. At this point, bring up all your stabilizing jacks, unhook your power, your water, and your cable. Once your water is unhooked, dump these low point drains. If you are boondocking, you have another low point drain over here underneath the freshwater tank. Then lastly, come to your hot water heater, lift up on this pressure release valve. That'll dump the remaining hot water out of there. Then you can pull that drain plug. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be right behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Hook up your sewage hose and pull your black handle. That's going to be your right handle. It's going to be all your sewage. Once that's done, close that black handle, then pull your gray handle. Your gray handle is going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Just throw that away in a nice sanitary place and head on home. Again, I thank you guys so much for your purchase of this bullet. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Happy camping.